Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday stream. I am Alex Flores, aka Kamisasi, joined here by the lovely Panda Pops. How you doing, Panda?
Hey, I'm good. I appear to have lost all my color. I
Oh,
I am I am
that
a good.
that might actually be. Hold on a second. Let me adjust your filters.
No, it's fine. I like it. I'm in black and white.
No,
I
you're
mean,
still in
technically,
color
I
for
am
me.
wearing. Is it?
I can still
It's.
see color. It's just not super vibrant. But no, I think I have like the green screen thing set to like reduce color spill. So hold on. Let's see if we can reduce that. There
I've
you
got a little
go.
bit of red in my cheeks. I now look alive.
There you go. That's better.
There we go.
All right.
But
Uh,
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Play a game for fun. What do you mean? Will it happen today? What will happen today? What do you have for?
Maybe they're asking about the
Go
game
Go award
jam.
ceremony. Yeah, not today. So some technical difficulties. I had produced like most of what needed to happen for the show, but between the holiday, people might be busy doing other things today. Visiting family or whatever, and some technical issues. I figured it would be better just to postpone it till next Saturday, and then maybe Lucas could participate because he hasn't participated in the past two Game Jam award shows because of
Oh,
issues. He's been
oh.
missing out. Yeah. Um. All right. We're just getting set up here. So we've actually got a special giveaway today.
Ooh,
We're working on
special.
an Easter hat. Um. Now I'm not sure what to call this one yet. We haven't quite figured out what we want the name to be. Um. But we're gonna get rid of this heart. It's gonna be an egg, and we're gonna put some bunny ears on this thing, and I'm gonna decide if I actually like the color or not. And Ognasty on Twitter asks, where to go find people to build an experience on our land. So we pointed this out last stream, but there is a whole part of the Sandbox website dedicated to this. Let me take you there. So if you go to partnerships, actually I don't. There we go. Sorry, I couldn't see what I was doing on screen for a second. If you go to partnerships here and click this Find Agency Partners button, there's a list of 28 advanced trusted partners and 120 trusted partners, um, and these are people who can build for sure. 01A1, Fact Bros, uh, so many names that we see here: Smobbler, Tempest Studios, Touche. These are all Game Jam winners. Um,
Didn't even know
and
this existed.
what?
Yeah, sorry, I clearly don't look across
This
our
is
our
this
website. I go to the pages I know.
when I say Joe and I are doing agency reviews, this is what we're doing.
Ah,
We check the applications for these. So yeah, this is a list of a whole bunch, whole bunch. Like, look at all these. It just keeps going. Um, of builders in the sandbox, and uh, I'm gonna paste this in the chat. Actually, you're on Twitter, so that's not gonna help. But if you go on Twitch, you can click on the link. Um, for whatever reason, Restream does not paste this into Twitter when I
that's
send
okay.
it.
I can go paste that over into the Twitter
Thank you.
chat in this.
So yeah, you can check their profiles. They might have some video examples of their work, and there's a contact form where you can reach out to them. There's also a Discord on the Sandbox's official Discord. There's a channel I can never remember what it's called, but if you look around there, um, they will be able to point you in the direction of builders. So that's for agency partners. Those are people that the Sandbox has checked out, whether the Sandbox has hired them to do work, or they applied and we reviewed their application and said, yeah, you guys are good builders. Like, we'd be happy to recommend you to people looking to have builders on their land. Um, the Discord, you might find more like freelance people, some people who haven't joined an agency program. So you'll get a different group of people. Um, oh no, well, uh, I can't really help with that. but, um, yeah,
Oh,
but definitely
what do
you
they
can
want?
reach out through those forms. Um, the Bitfox says, "Oh, new hat need." Yeah, we're
Oh.
working on it. So let's keep on working on this hat. Actually, I had some music before. Um,
Some music for the people? Is it
yeah,
the
just some soft
calming
background
tones
music.
of the sandbox? You know,
No,
like
no,
clap your hands and
no,
cryptocurrency.
no. No, it was just some royalty free uh chiptune music just to play in the background. Here we go. Here it is. I don't know how loud it's going to be coming in. I did blast my ears out this morning working on the videos for the game jam, and that was not fun.
Oh,
Um,
I saw your tweet about that. The fact that you threw your headphones.
yeah, I've never done that before. I've never like I regularly listen to super loud music, and my microphone's doing that buzzing thing again. I hate it when it does that. It doesn't do it as often as it used to. I don't know why it's doing it at this moment. I'm gonna blame opening YouTube.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought you were gonna blame me because usually I'm not here.
Oh, true. Yeah, no, it's probably definitely Panda's fault.
Yeah, I did it. It's me. Also, the Yolks on You suggested a name that I also well, they said excellence, and I said excellent. So I'm glad that other people are on my same wavelength here for name ideas.
So, yeah, for the name, what I'm looking for is. Sorry, this buzzing is driving me nuts. I'm just trying to adjust my mic settings. I may lose audio in a second. Yeah, my mic app is frozen. So, one second while I restart that.
Oh,
Boop.
everyone's
Okay,
saying
we're
I'm
back.
muted.
It's because I
You
restarted my mic app, and so it kills the mixer. I'm
so
sorry.
they 100% missed my educational
They
talk
did.
about
Your
eggs.
your educational.
Oh, great. Maybe I can summarize. Hoddle, picking up on you saying spring themed with renewal. Alex had a good suggestion as well that he threw out there. But eggs are part of Easter because they also represent rebirth and life and all that rubbish. It was a lot more informed when I said it the first time. I'm not gonna lie.
Rubbish. Oh no. All right, here we go. Here's the music. There we go. All right, just kind of softly in the background. All right. So, yeah, we were thinking egg themed stuff. So, I kind of want this is like a specialty hat. kind of like Matchmaker's hat or Santa Wizzy hat or Wizzy Dias Mortis hat. You know, this is a holiday hat. So, um, uh, was it Rejuvenator or something like that?
Yeah, I
Could be
think
a
you said
hat.
rejuvenator. Yeah, rejuvenator.
Um, hmm,
Although I liked when you said specialty because in my mind I was thinking a teapot hat, and I was like, "Oh, you need to do a specialty hat that's a teapot and it pours tea out of the back into a cup." Um, but yeah,
we're really corny here. Sorry everybody.
never be sorry. It's amazing. Hey, Puzzle over on Twitter. I'm gonna give Twitter people some love because I feel like I keep forgetting that they exist. But Puzzle says good morning, guys. So
Hi
that's
Puzzle. I
them.
did see your I saw that your DMs came in. I've just been kind of running around really fast this morning, so I have not gotten a chance to read them yet, but I did see that you messaged me. So I'll take a look at this later. Um all right. So we are going to have an egg in here. I feel like this egg color is maybe a little too saturated, but we're going to see what happens.
You didn't want to pop the mirror tool on?
You know what? I forgot how to use VoxEdit, so you know, that's what happens when you don't make art anymore.
Just shows how skilled you are. Look at you, just pro making an egg.
The top is a little bit much. We'll go with that, I think. Yeah, actually I was thinking the egg should like split open, have like a little teeny tiny chick like flapping around.
It
So
should.
so we're gonna add a little more height to this. And we're
The
gonna
NFT Sandtom. Unfortunately, the Game Jam award ceremony has been postponed until next weekend, just because some technical difficulties. Also, it is bank holiday weekend, and lots of people might be off doing stuff. So we thought, hey, instead of doing it when loads of people probably can't be here, we'll do it when people can be here, because hopefully they aren't on holiday. So yeah.
yep.
And Puzzle also says Happy Easter. Happy spring bunny time to you too.
Now it should be a I kind of want it to be a painted egg, actually. So if
Quite
we,
interesting, because painted eggs aren't a huge thing here in the UK. Like, we still kind of do them as like a little craft activity, but they're not
mhm.
the eggs that children find. Like, our Easter eggs are big. We have big Easter eggs.
uh, Hoddle, the plan is bunny ears. That's actually the original plan. The egg plan is as of this morning, but the bunny ears was planned like a year ago, and then I never got around to making the hat in time for Easter last year. So this is actually an old idea. Um, so why aren't Easter eggs or painted eggs a big thing in the UK?
Sure, why they're not. I mean, more kids do it now, but it's not like growing up. It wasn't that much of a thing. Maybe in some places in the UK it is,
Hmm.
but in the UK it's more about getting the big chocolate eggs. Like we have giant. Hold on, you carry on with what you're doing. I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know what that's about. Today is the day that is on important days. Apparently, they are not as important as the title says. I'm not sure what you mean. Off to get a chocolate egg, no doubt. That is kind of an emergency. Did you get your chocolate egg? Oh, she doesn't have her headphones on, so she doesn't hear what I'm saying. We've determined that. Oh, wait, is that a chocolate egg?
Yeah.
Look at what the yolks on you says, which is the perfect name for. Check the chat. They guessed you were looking
Oh,
for chocolate
to
eggs.
get a chocolate egg. Yeah, of course. This isn't even like the biggest size that you can get. This is just roughly the standard size. This is what kids in the UK get given at Easter. This is mine. This is one of the kids.
We do chocolate eggs here too. I mean, we've got Cadbury cream eggs and all sorts of
Oh,
other.
cream eggs are the best.
Um,
Oh,
so, I remember there being a joke about the amount of sugar that's like in a soda, and it's something like a can of Coke is the equivalent to like 2.5 Cadbury's cream eggs, and the reaction was, "Wait, you mean I can eat 2 Cadbury cream eggs and it's not even as much as a Coke?" It was like, no, the point
oh,
wasn't to eat more chocolate cream eggs; it was to drink less soda.
honestly, if somebody said to me, "Do you want a can of Coke or do you want 2 Cadbury cream eggs?" I'm going for the Cadbury cream eggs because oh, they're just life. Honestly,
I think I prefer the caramel eggs, but they're harder to find. The Cadbury caramel eggs. Um, all right. So let's get some decorations on this thing. I think I actually need to have mirroring off for this part because the pattern will be messed up otherwise. Oh, also, if I do that. But I do really need to reduce the saturation on these colors so it's not too intense.
I like those colors. I like pastels. I like all colors. I have all aesthetics. That's why I'm only allowed to decorate my office because it looks like something. You know, like Aoki's Playhouse, like
Sure.
it, kind of think like that. I like bright, I like stuff, but then also think like dark gothic, creepy stuff. I don't
Right.
know how much you can see him, but I made this out of clay the other day.
Okay.
It's a mandrake.
You're
So
just you're just a Tim Burton kid.
yeah, yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much. But yeah, so and I said I for the bedroom I really wanted like a really big mirror, you know, like one of those really large ones. But I wanted to customize one, and so Rolfie was like, "Oh, what do you want to do to it?" And I was like, "I saw on Pinterest that somebody
Oh,
had got some fluffy fabric, and they made it look like a fluffy monster." And he's just like, "No."
the that I saw on Pinterest is like um that's a dangerous turn of phrase.
I see lots of things on Pinterest.
It's like here we go again.
Honestly, yeah, I think he's pretty happy that he also worked from home because it means that he can't leave to go to work and come back to something happened, like I've gone and done a whole new
He
project
can
or I've
keep an eye on
painted.
you.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh no. All right, it needs to have like a band in the middle. Actually, I'm gonna do that one with the pink, and then we'll do just blue on the other side.
Garnican's got a really great Easter tradition, and I think that's beautiful. They said that their Easter tradition is where you write a letter with a riddle where the answer is your name. If the person you send it to guess that it's from you, you owe them a chocolate egg. If they don't, they owe you one. I like
Interesting.
that. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Is that like Garnican? Is that like a country tradition? Is it a family tradition? Does everybody in your town does that? Look how cute that egg is. You know when you were saying earlier you weren't sure whether you liked the teal with the green.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of with you on it. It's not grown on me yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah, I usually like that sort of stuff, but I keep looking at it going like, well, you got the pastels happening there.
It does kind of feel like too much blue and too bright of a green for the blue.
Yeah. But
Um,
maybe when you start adding like the bunny ears and stuff, it will change.
maybe we'll
It'll
see.
come together. Yuma says Easter colors are supposed to make you throw up in your mouth a little, though.
Your blood sugar is supposed to raise just by looking at them.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to trim it.
It's
All
been
right.
ages since I've seen you work on VoxEdit. It's like
It's
watching a
been
master.
it's been ages since I've worked in VoxEdit. Um, it's not a lot of what I've been doing lately.
Honestly, I know how that feels because a lot of like the only times I feel like I go in VoxEdit now is only when I do the streams, the VoxEdit Monday streams. So like, oh yeah, that's. I guess I'm making something.
So, like I kind of enjoy making stuff on stream, but I feel like I don't have enough time on stream because my stream's usually only about 2 hours long. Um, and I tend to like overthink things and go back and forth a bunch of times until I'm happy with the way stuff is. And I feel like that process is longer than what my stream would usually be. But I wanted to get this done, and I feel like it was the right time. Uh, so we're
Sometimes
gonna.
I feel like you can use the streams. Like if I really need to get an asset completed, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it on stream because then I get it done.
Mm-hmm. Right, it kind of forces you.
Yeah, instead of procrastinating. I do that a lot. I'm like, there's always tomorrow. And then it's next year.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Where'd the time go? Mhm. Uh, so my daughter was demanding to know uh why we weren't having an Easter egg hunt. We've never done an Easter egg hunt at our house. Her great grandmother will have an Easter egg hunt at her house, and she's like, "But the Easter Bunny's real. Why aren't they coming to our house?" And I'm like, I didn't tell them this. I've always uh my parents never like we engaged with all the various traditions. Like, I had photos with Santa, we did Easter egg hunts, we did all these things, but I never thought that the the characters of those traditions were real things. Like, I never had that in my head, so I never like wanted to give that idea to my kids because I have friends who like resent their parents for not telling them, and then they don't find out till they're like a preteen, and then they're like, "You lied to me all these years," and I'm like, I don't want to do that to my kids. My parents didn't do that to me. Um, but then they're in school and they meet all these other kids, and it used to cause some tension where it's like, well, they said this is real, and I'm like, well, man. And then my wife totally caved and was like, yeah, well, and I'm like, no. Why?
see, I never had that. Like I've always been told about the Easter Bunny and Santa and stuff, and I will stand by this. Santa is real. I am a grown ass woman who believes in Father Christmas. 100%. It doesn't matter if I go and buy my children presents and I wrap them up. I believe Father Christmas is real, and you will not take that away from me. It's like the magic of Christmas. So I don't know whether it helped because my mum has always kept the magic alive for all of these little things.
Mm.
So it never really felt like anything was being taken from me. Plus I was a quiet kid, so it's not like I got into arguments with other kids over, oh, this isn't real, this isn't real. And I wasn't, I don't know whether it was just intuition, like I just came to the realization, like, oh yeah, that's my mum doing that. But yeah, I don't know. It
There's
never
gonna
really
come a
had
point
it.
where that comes for my kids because my father-in-law is plays Santa for like the firehouse and stuff. So like they do what they call a Santa run, where all the fire trucks go out blaring their sirens for some reason. It's so the kids inside the houses will like look out the
So
window.
cool.
But it's annoying because we live next to the firehouse and it's really loud. Um,
Oh,
and they pull a sleigh behind, and then it's my father-in-law like in the sleigh waving. You know, he's all dressed up and stuff, and uh, there will come a point where my kids realize that that's their grandfather.
well, it might be a fact that they do already because I swear some kids just they know and they just continue believing because it's magical and it just makes everything just feel nicer and better.
I never
It's
felt
just
like
a
I
little
missed
trick.
out. It's gonna be the chick. Yeah, it's the start.
Hey,
It's the yolk right now. It's the tasty part.
it's a really nice yellow and it's making my brain very happy.
I do like picking good colors as much as I can. Um, so we're gonna have to do this in multiple nodes because it's not gonna fit otherwise. So I think we can get away with it being. We'll do it one taller just in case. We can always that I one of my problems with overthinking is I will kind of get stuck like going back and forth between a decision, and it's like if I just make the decision, I can go back and change it later. Still, that's a thing that you can do. But my brain likes to go, no, you pick the right answer now. You get it right the first time, and then we don't have to go back and do it later. It's like, no, no, it's not the creative process. It's totally fine. We're gonna move this up so we have some more space. I saw a question in the chat. Did it go away?
Did
Oh,
you?
yeah, Mr. Bravchenko. Bravchenko? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. When Alpha Season 4?
Oh,
Not announced
I
yet.
I skipped that one. I just thought it was somebody being like when, and I was just like my brain
Well,
just blanks. I'm like next.
it's easy to skip that one when it was asked very frequently, but we haven't been streaming to Twitter for a long time, so there may be people rejoining us who haven't seen us in a while. So, um, yeah, uh, it's not well, it's not announced yet, and it'll be announced on like Twitter and Medium and Discord before we can actually say it on stream.
I do just want to respond to Bertsy because they said, "Oh, as a kid, if you believe, you get more presents." To which I say, I still get Father Christmas presents, and it's not now. Last year, my partner, no, sorry, 2 years ago, my partner had to take over doing my Santa presents, aka pillowcase presents, which to lots of other people are stockings, but I get a whole last pillowcase. But up until 2 years ago, my mum still did it for me as a grown woman to one point where she did say, oh, okay, because you've got two kids now, this is the last year I'm going to do it. The next year, Rolfie said he wasn't going to do it. So I rang up my mum and cried to her. So she was like, don't worry, I'll still.
She's like, I got you, baby. Oh man. We were
But
so last minute with Christmas this past year. There was just so much going on, and I think we got the tree up less than a week before Christmas.
yeah, we kept that's really late. Usually I'm like the last weekend November or the first weekend in December. We
Mm.
kept postponing putting our tree up. We weren't as late as that, but we thought we'd be moving before
You
Christmas.
had an excuse. It was just us being slow,
Oh, that's so
being busy with
cute.
other things. Week is too long
I
though.
know. Oh, I never thought about doing it like that. I always do the eyes separate, and then, but that's such a smart way to do it. I'm learning so much from you right now, and I wish I didn't sound sarcastic when I say that. I'm being sincere. I always sound sarcastic. I've had to explain myself a few times because
Oh,
people are
I didn't
like,
take it as sarcastic at all.
"Oh, good, good." Always take what I say as sincere
Okay.
because I truly mean it in a sincere way.
Well, thank you. Um, duh. Now I've been liking mini stuff lately. I mean, I've always liked mini stuff, but uh, after doing the terrarium, doing
Oh,
little teeny
yeah,
tiny things is just fun.
that's cool. I still need to redeem mine as a landowner. Just every time I go look at gas fees, I'm like, it's too much. And
Do
then,
try Sunday night is or like just check different times on Sundays. But I a lot of times when I go to send um like giveaway prizes and stuff in like the middle of the week, it'll be like $15-$20 to send it. And then
yeah.
I remember to do it on like a Sunday afternoon and it's like $4. Like it
Oh,
really
it's actually kind of low right now. It's at 23 Gwai all
I
the
can
way.
never remember what Guai like I hear that and my brain just goes sounds like a low number.
I haven't um I haven't seen it be at around 20 for a little while. Like
Mm,
maybe on Sundays, like you said, it has been 20 and I just haven't looked then.
mm.
But I saw it at about 25-30 when I did a huge bulk send the other week. But otherwise, it's always at like 50 or 60. And I'm like, nah, not happening. So I might go do it now. Not now, but today.
Mm.
Oh, little flappy wings. Happy,
Yeah, I'm gonna
happy
need to
chick.
make the bird taller, I think, because the wing is gonna flap through the eggshell. Or I can just give it feet.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it feet. It's gonna need a little tail, but I can do that on the eye also. So I'm trying to reduce the number of nodes because this is an animated hat, um, and I don't want to use more nodes than I need to. So since I'm already doing this as my like half voxel offset, I can just add onto this. What I do really like I don't think it was in the last update. I think it was a couple updates ago. They added volume resizing. So
Yeah.
instead of me having to like add 5 height and then adjust the pivot and like rearrange things, I can just pull this arrow down and be like,
It's so much
bam.
helpfuler, helpful.
It's
Help.
very helpful.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody can hear the music. It's
I
like
don't know because I can only hear you.
it's very
Oh
low
yeah,
on the mix.
you you can. I had to quickly mute it though because I started talking because Twitch caught up to me,
Mm.
and it's weird listening to myself. Yeah,
Okay, good.
Garnican says they hear it. Little tail.
Little chick tail.
Are you gonna do the feet the same color as the nose?
Yeah, of course. Unless you have a different idea.
No. It's I think the same color as the nose is a good idea.
Okay. I'm just gonna move these slightly back. And now we can multi-select.
So cute. Oh, that reminds me, because I didn't tell you, but people are here. So the Easter VoxEdit contest, it's been extended because I don't know why I decided to close it on a bank holiday Friday, followed by a weekend. But yeah, the VoxEdit contest for the Easter VoxEdit contest has been extended until 1 p.m. UTC Sunday. So convert that to your local time. If you're a beginner, please enter if you're a beginner, because we don't have many beginners that have entered, and it's literally Easter themed. Look at what Alex is doing. This is a cute thing. You can make
Oh, can I enter?
I mean, I suppose we have no rule. Maybe not as a beginner. You wouldn't get away with being a beginner, and also you won't be able to be a judge. Yeah, yes, even if it's been a while. Although technically the rules are if you have never won a VoxEdit contest, so you do fall into that category, as far as I'm aware. Have you won one?
No, I've never entered the VoxEdit contest. I was staff before we started them.
Yeah. Well, no, because there's never been a rule that staff can't enter. Just staff can't.
Yeah, but I never felt it was fair for me to
I mean, you are the master of all VoxEdit, so
definitely artists way better than me. I'm not saying that I'm the best artist. I see the stuff that like DM Archer and Vox Machina and other artists make. Yeah, they make insane stuff that I could maybe make stuff like that if I had the time to like put my mind to it, but I've never really tried to go that far. Yeah. I'm not so much of a custom character modeler as for like custom rigs and stuff. Like I can do that, but I usually stay within the template bounds and then just do what I can with the voxels to like make that work.
You make sandbox match. I'm referring to how people refer to custom content for The Sims, because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
People call max. If you make custom content, it's either alpha or max's match, and then there's another one which is max's mix, which means it's a mix between like alpha style and match style. I would say a lot of your style of artwork would be like sandbox match. You make it to match the sandbox style.
Yeah, if you look to like my oldest stuff, the stuff that like if you like scroll way back on my Instagram, actually it's not as far back as I wish it was. I just haven't been posting to Instagram. I made like 5 posts in the past 2 years. But if you scroll back on my Instagram, you can see my older stuff from before the game maker launched, and it's more sculptural, more high poly, because I thought we were using a voxel engine, not a polygon engine. So, that wasn't determined yet. So it was more, kind of the way the top of this hat is, but all over.
I do follow you on Instagram. I was like, I don't know if I follow you, but it's because you never post.
It's a never ever. Right, we got one leg.
did you do these little food?
Yeah, you can actually buy that whole pack if you want food to like the my hope is that people don't just mint that food plain as is, but that they use that food to like decorate a table or something or make a cornucopia. But yeah, all that food is totally modeled on the inside. So like if you like chop the fish in half, you get to see the bones inside. And, if you like
Use
scoop the
these
ice cream.
images as inspiration. I have been on like the internet type and I've needed to make voxel food. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been like, voxel food inspiration images. And these have come up.
Oh, that well, yeah, they've been around for a while now. I think I made those in like 2019, maybe very early 2020. I don't actually remember when I posted those. Let's see. I'm gonna show on screen what we're talking about because some people might not know.
Oh, 2019.
Yeah. Can I open as a new tab? There we go. This is what we're talking about. Made all these things. Can I go to the next one? Instagram's not very helpful with this. So some of these are minted, like the onions, except they have like sprouts on top, and I think I made some modifications. But yeah, you can slice them open. The bell pepper has insides, the garlic has cloves, the onions have rings. Everything is fully modeled. Um, and you can I think you can still pick that up from my voxelfox.shop page. A couple people bought them, said they wanted to use them for like educational things. Um, yeah.
They would have been
Uh,
really good for the current game jam that's running. Yes, chef.
yeah. Uh, yeah. So I'm trying to I don't remember exactly how I wrote the license for these, but it's basically like you can use these for your project in any way. Like modify them. Just don't like resell them in a plain format. Um, so yeah, I did all those foods. Oh, here's the meat. So I modeled the whole fish skeleton, all the muscles around it,
It's
but
really cool.
and it has raw and cooked versions for everything. Um, so at this point, we're still in 2019. There is no game maker yet, and I was hoping that it would be a voxel engine where we could like destroy the voxel objects or like chop them up, which is just not the way things went, which is fine. Um, Now I want bacon and eggs. Um, and so yeah, it's a pack. I think it's like 9.99 or something like that. Um, Not that I'm trying to shill my store. I don't need to. um, but if you look around, you can pick it up. It's 189 objects in a magic voxel file. Um, yeah, and the whole license is like written out somewhere in
Oh,
there.
and where
There's like a
can
text
people
file there.
find this amazing
It's
file?
it's this. You just go to voxelfox.shop and you'll find it. There's also a free freebies. You can get my whole. If you're planning on doing something for May the 4th, you can pick up my free Star Wars fan art, and you can modify this scene however you want. Yeah. Every once in a while, I get an email saying like you sold one. It's like once a month. I think it's actually it doesn't offset the cost of hosting for,
Oh no.
for it, but I don't do any advertisements on it. I my last blog post on there was from like after the first time I bought land. I think I like got so busy with other stuff. Eventually, I might go back to updating that website, posting more things. But for now, I've been very involved in the sandbox. these are some of my favorites. So you can pick up the cola machine as an NFT on marketplace, but then uh, this is this is basically exactly what the hospital where my siblings and my children were born.
Ooh.
I spent so much time in these hospital rooms, um, and so I modeled like the wood texture and everything. So this is the kind of stuff that I was doing when I first got hired, um, and we didn't have like the sandbox style established yet. But then I've very much like adopted Tybalt's style for stuff with my own modifications though. Like he tends to do flat faces with no nose. It's just
Yeah.
like a colored nose, and I really like having the 3D nose because if you look at somebody fully to the side of their face, there's no features to their face at all. It's totally flat. So I feel like having the nose is good.
Yeah, I think I picked up adding noses because I'd seen the stuff that you'd create, and I was like, yeah, having a nose makes sense.
Yeah. Um, just a preference thing for me. Um, yeah, but I did definitely adopt like the sandbox. Would you call it sandbox style, sandbox like,
Sandbox match.
sandbox match? That's what it was. The coal machine picture looked like Half Life for some reason. Yeah, so uh, kind of inspired by first person shooter games that I've played to like make vending machines. It's just a fun. I think making there should be a vending machine box at a contest. I think that would be a cool one. Just make any sort of vending machine and arcade machine box edit contest. That's my pitch. Take it or leave it. Um, I don't know if Panda can hear me. She's just vibing
Oh, sorry, I was just buying something.
over there. I heard a ding, but I wasn't sure what it was. Did you just buy the vegetables or
Yes,
the
I
food
did.
pack?
Yes. I was like, this is gonna save me so much time. I
Remind
don't
me
need
what
to
the.
make.
Yeah, just don't mint the Whole Foods as themselves. Like modify them, put them on a grill,
Yeah.
put them on a table, put them on a plate. Um, I see axes on that coordinate system. Half Life 3 confirmed. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant by that. All right. Right now we got a mono-legged. Actually, I kind of like it as a single.
As a pogo stick.
Yeah, I kind of like it as a pogo stick,
That's
cause
good.
cause if I do two and separate them out, you're not going to see them distinct from each other unless they go out past the hip. So I kind of like
Yeah.
it just as a single leg. So we're gonna
Yeah, a little pogo stick.
yeah.
I like the pogo stick leg.
All right, so this is gonna go back in the shell.
All the better for when you put them in the deep fat fryer. You got a stick to hold on to
Somebody,
afterwards.
I, where did I see this? Was it? I think it must have been Twitter or something. This morning, I just I made some uh banana muffins for breakfast for the kids because I buy these bananas and I'm the only one who eats them. So there was four like brown bananas, and I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, that. At this point, I know that they're leaving them because they know I'll make banana bread or banana muffins with them.
Oh yeah,
So
banana bread's the best.
I've gotten to the point where like I do still look at the recipe to make sure that I like don't forget something, but I don't measure anymore. And
Nah, you don't
they
need
never
to.
they never come out bad. Like, um so it's I don't know if it's just hard to mess up banana bread. Like it's just always good no matter what, or I've just achieved that A tier status of banana
But yeah,
bakery. Um
probably. Do you add walnuts to yours? Sometimes I add walnuts to mine.
if we have them, and we did have
Yeah.
them, I added some walnuts and chocolate chips.
Ooh, nice.
The not a lot of chocolate chips, just like a handful for the whole batch. And uh we do it without egg because my wife's allergic to egg. So I use flaxseed. saturated with water. You just let it soak for a bit, and it becomes a good binder. And uh, I use a lot less sugar than what's called for, and typically use an extra banana. Most recipes say use 3 bananas. I use what I have. In this case, it was 4. And they came out really good. Um,
I don't do the flaxseed stuff because we can all have eggs.
yeah, I
But
would use egg if my wife wasn't allergic, but then she can't have
but
any.
I do always put less sugar than what it asks for, just because
They ask
like
for so
yeah,
much sugar in banana
it
bread, and the bananas
does.
are
It does.
already sweeter when they're overripe. Plus the chocolate chips, it really doesn't need as much sugar as the recipes usually call for. Um, I put that all together. But while I was doing that, I looked at my phone, and I'm pretty sure it was on Twitter. Somebody took one of those countertop air fryers that has the pull-out basket, and they put a bunch of real baby chicks in it. And so it's
Oh,
a photo of the baby chicks in the air fryer basket, and then the air fryer basket with like chicken nuggets in it, or like chicken strips. But it's the same number, so it looks like it was the chicks.
yeah. I was gonna say I'm assuming it's not really
No,
chicks,
it
but
wouldn't work that way. uh, Made a cake
I
with
don't.
flaxseed. Yeah, you can do that too. Um, Flaxseed is a really good replacement for eggs in any baking situation. You can't replace scrambled or fried eggs with flaxseed, though. I would not recommend
Oh, that's a shame.
it. I mean, I guess it would technically be like a little not good pancake if you tried doing a fried flaxseed egg.
Yeah, just fried flaxseed. Just sounds yummy.
Mm-hmm. Delicious. All right, what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm going to. Actually, no, this is good. This will work. So we're gonna bring the shell down. Who remembers
Cover up the
Eggsby?
tiny chick.
Anybody remember Eggsby?
Eggsby.
Like my oldest VoxEdit tutorial?
Oh gosh, no.
Way back. Today was supposed to be the awards for the Go Go Game Jam. Some technical difficulties with getting that going today. That'll be next Saturday. Do I think land will be easily sold? I think people are still buying and selling land. It depends on what price you put it at. That's always going to be a factor.
Yeah, you put 1 by 1 at 20 ETH. You're probably not going to sell it anytime soon. But you put it at, I don't know what's a good price.
But
Buy some land if
instead
I
of
had some
selling
money.
land, you could be passively earning sand right now by putting something on your land and participating in the Builders Challenge.
Yeah, or you could be staking sand on your land if you own land and you're in one of the countries that can stake currently,
Yeah.
and earning that way.
We need it back in the US, please.
And the UK.
Oh, they did it in the UK too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's you still if you already had it staked, you're still earning. It's only if you unstake it, you can't stake anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm still earning on what I have staked. I just can't stake anymore, which is a shame. Oh, potentially a future thing is going to be you're going to be able to rent out your land. So
Has there been any announcements on that?
I don't think so, but I know that's that's why I said future potentially, because
Oh,
it
okay.
has been a discussed idea that people will be able to rent out their land, but it's still a discussed idea and not like a hey, this is coming soon to a sandbox metaverse near you.
Right.
Yuma also says no staking for you. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad times. But like Alex said, you could build something and take part in the Builders Challenge and earn a little bit of moolah, a little bit of sand. and then we all watch Sand go to the moon, and we become rich together. Join us on the journey to richdom, but
Not
also not
financial
financial allies.
Do you know who is? I'm guessing you mean in charge of TSP Twitter posts and managing their
Yeah.
plays. Yeah,
Yeah.
we work with them.
Our social media manager is in charge of them.
I think
If you
there's more than one person who can like schedule those
for
and stuff.
for the main TSB, I believe one person mainly does it unless they are on holiday. VoxEdit, it is our social media manager or me. For TSB creators, there's a couple of people that do that one. And Marketplace, TSB Marketplace, I always forget about that one. That's done by a social media manager as well. Your friend said that they had something aggressive about the land sale and his account got blocked. Wait, what?
That the friend said something aggressive. So
Oh.
I mean, we don't. Panda and I aren't in charge of. I used to have access to like post and stuff to the Twitter account, but that was a long time ago. So I can't really help with bans or anything like that. They could make a Discord ticket if they wanted to try to get unbanned, but I mean, you have to be careful how aggressive you are, because you know, if it's super aggressive, then it's normal to get blocked.
Yeah.
You can have a conversation that, you know, brings up hard topics and stuff, but you know, if you're coming swinging with angry words, then yeah, blocking is kind of the normal response to that. Yumalitox says, yeah, I've earned a decent amount from events and being land avatar owner, so can't complain too much. Yeah, there's been a lot of like bonus rewards for avatar owners lately. And also people have been earning Seb. Not that Seb has a price on it or anything like that.
And also, just Seb isn't anything to do with the sandbox. It is Seb's own token that he is doing and not affiliated with actual sandbox. It's just him doing it as a fun thing for the people. For the people.
Yeah. People who met him in real life, people who have gotten sandbox avatars, people who have done other things. There was another thing he said, like if you had done something, he would airdrop some Seb, but I don't remember what it was. It wasn't something I was familiar with. All right. We need ears. We need bunny ears. And what are these keyframes for? What are these on? Egg top. I need to stop modeling.
Modeling halfway up your timeline.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that there wasn't any animation playing, but for some reason I had left the marker up at like close to 1 second. So.
Oh, you know, a super handy trick instead of doing all those individually. You can highlight all of the models in the workspace, and then you'll be able to just delete the one made keyframe that comes up in the time slider. You've got no keyframes, so you're not going to see it. But if they were there, it would show.
So I highlight all, and then.
Yeah, and then right up in the time slider section, not that one, just the very top little tiny white. Yeah, that is the keyframe for all of the models that you're on. So you could just control left click, highlight it, and delete it.
How do you?
I think you could just click it and delete it from where you are.
Nothing happens when I click it, but maybe you're on a newer version.
Yeah, but this has been on since December. In the time slider, do control and left click and drag around that area. I don't see it. There we go. Not the actual arrowhead. Just yeah.
Oh.
Put your mouse in there.
Well, I mean, I can click that.
Yeah, but if you had multiple, like you did a minute ago.
I don't know.
Just delete it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I've confused you.
I'm so confused.
Just never mind. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, this is a giveaway for today.
Oh, a giveaway. Oh, wait, do you want me to do the
No,
giveaway now?
somebody,
Oh,
Ninja Puppy, asked in the chat if this is a giveaway. So, yeah, I'm gonna be minting 10 of these, with speed catalysts at Epic, and 5 of them will be giveaway today, and the rest will go on the marketplace. I haven't figured out what the price is gonna be yet. I think I'll probably just look at like what the price. I had to buy the catalyst, so I'll look at what the catalyst price was and balance it out with the fact that I'm giving 5 of them away. So, all right. Yeah, I guess I didn't say any of that earlier.
no,
Surprise!
you mentioned that we were giving away the hat. You just didn't go into details.
Yeah. It's today's giveaway. We're giving away 5, and then if you really want one but didn't win one, and you have some sand, they will be on the marketplace.
Yuma says that they're going to win. They're going to win.
Oh.
They're going to win.
Manifesting their victory. Okay.
Yeah, I like it. You definitely should.
All
I
right.
can't enter because I'm co-hosting, but I am also going to win. And by win, I mean I'm going to spend some sand to get this.
Epic Catalyst is 94 sand right now. Yeah, I'm sorry because I bought all the ones that were under 90.
He swept the floor. He swept it.
I did. I swept the floor by like 12 epics. There were some in 70 and 80 sand range. I'm sorry. I did it for the people, for the culture. All right. So we need this 3 by 2 by. We'll start with 10. Make these ears. See, the thing that you can really tell that I haven't been messing with VoxEdit long is I'm not using the shortcut keys. I'm using the buttons. And when I really get on a roll in VoxEdit, I've been working in it for a few days in a row. I start like actually using the shortcut keys.
Getting back into the flow of it.
Yeah. I kind of want this to almost be like pink ears. Maybe not that dark, but
Oh gosh, that is very dark.
yeah.
Although if I move you over to my other screen, it looks better. I have 2 different screens, both with 2 different colors. Oh, I look less black and white on the other one as well. Oh, it's my
Yeah,
screen.
you were never black and white.
I was on one screen.
You were definitely you were a little bit desaturated when we first started because I had the spill reduction turned up for the green screen settings, but yeah.
Maybe I need to adjust my screen setting.
You know what? Let's go with a wider here.
Unfortunately, Ninja Puppy inbox, I don't believe we have an answer for that question. I do not know.
Does landowner or avatar owner have a chance for the Mocha coin public sale whitelist? I don't know. Actually, I have not been paying close attention to Mochaverse stuff. If you, this would be like if G is us was in the chat, I would direct the question to him because he's all over the Mocha stuff. But I haven't seen him in the chat today. Yeah, I'm really not sure. The TSB is a subsidiary of Animoca Brands. They bought the Sandbox So
A while ago, yeah.
yeah, before I joined.
In the before time.
Yeah, 2018, I think, something like that. Rosham Chess is almost ready to be on the map within the week for sure. Just got to do within the week. It's Saturday, so what does that mean? Does that mean this week or
Tomorrow.
within the coming week? Um, just got to do page description and the hardest part.
What's the hardest part?
Yeah, making
Or
the
are you
game.
saying, yeah, oh wait, is the page and description the hardest part? I can help you, right. Only from the title, Rosham Chess. It is a chess game. It is a sham chess game. All bets are off. The queens can only move one space and the kings can fly across the board. There you go. Oh, somebody redeemed Backpack of Tears top up. Wapax. Yeah.
Nice.
Representing. I'm just going to type this over here because I cannot be bothered to log into my stuff. Okay. No, why is it not one backpack per stream? The yolks on you also redeemed Backpack of Tears.
How many do you have?
I have enough. That's because anybody who may potentially have won during a giveaway form a Backpack of Tears, unfortunately, V titled it just Tears of Enemies instead of the backpack, which meant I had no way to discern who actually won a backpack and who actually won the Tears of Enemies because both are giveaways. So those ones are only getting the Tears. But the people who have been redeeming the Backpack of Tears on stream, I can see that you have redeemed the Backpack of Tears. So I have plenty of Backpacks of Tears. And now I'm going to adjust the rewards and turn that off. Where are they? Backpack of Tears is turned off. Haha, nobody can get it.
So diabolical.
Yeah. I have ruined you spending your points. Now save up for a Shibuya 109 avatar, because they're cute.
They are really cute.
Sure what my favorite collection is at the minute. Maybe I would say like Captain Laserhawk because it has Rayman in it, but I feel like I don't know enough about Captain Laserhawk to like all of the collection. But I just like Rayman. Whereas like the Rabbids, I like all of the Rabbids. And like Shibuya 109, I like all of those because they look all adorable. They look all fantastic. So I would put them probably above the Captain Laserhawk one. But I'm not sure. That should be the question I ask everyone. What's their favorite Avatar collection? Questions changing. What's your favorite Avatar collection that you own?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I definitely the one I have the most of is VoxEdit.
Ooh.
And those have some pretty cool ones. The BitFox called it.
Oh.
Are you the BitFox is that you saying that's your favorite collection or were you guessing mine?
I think they said it before I asked you, so
okay.
You both have good taste.
Yes.
Yes to which?
But
that
yes
was
to
an
both.
open.
No, they said both.
Okay.
Good call, BitFox. Yeah, no, I agree. No argument there.
Oh yes, Ninja Puppy Inbox. There is another VoxEdit contest. It's a very short, quick one. Builders Bootcamp poster contest. Read the medium. Or every information's in there. It's another VoxEdit poster contest. Do it. Love. Oh, I saw someone in our work thing do the new way of doing hearts with their fingers, and it made me cry inside.
Oh,
I was like,
I can't.
no,
My fingers are not
no.
that flexible. No,
I
Why did I
I
try
don't
doing that? Did I think my
like. Is it like
something like
it?
that?
It hurts.
Yeah. No, I think it. I think that's just a way to call out millennials for being old and um arthritic now.
Like, why is it not that? This looks visually more appealing. That I can't do
You
it.
mean
Like,
you don't want like a Kingdom Hearts heart? It looks very
like
like,
even this is better.
oh, is that what that is?
That's a Korean heart.
I saw
Yeah.
somebody to use that emoji as a reaction on something. Oh, the giveaway on the Wizzyverse Discord,
Yeah.
because on our weekly Wizzyverse Discord giveaway, Nays won, and they did that. It's the emoji is called a hand with index finger and thumb crossed.
Yeah, Yuma's like Alex is not a K-pop fan.
I
Yeah,
it's not
this is a
yeah.
Korean heart.
I liked J-pop before K-pop like hit the US real hard, so K-pop likers always seemed like posers trying to catch up. I'm gonna get in trouble. No, I have nothing against K-pop. I just never got into it. Um, that still just looks painful and awkward.
Yeah, it is horrible. Just look at how long it took me to practice that. And then there's my daughter that's doing it like instant, and I'm just like, go away, do it properly.
I guess
Go
so. I did
learn better.
when Psy came out with Open Gangnam Time.
Oh yeah,
I remember seeing that the day it released. And it only had like a few thousand views on YouTube. A friend of mine who was into K-pop at that point in 2010. It was either 2010 or 2011, I think.
I think it.
One of my classmates in
Yeah.
college was like, "You gotta watch this. This is crazy." Lucas is in the chat. Hi, Lucas. How's it going? Um, and so I watched it and I was like, "Whoa, it's wild!" And then like a few weeks later, it was everywhere, and I'm like, "What is going on?" Builders Boot Camp poster contest did not mention anything related to KYC, so can I join without KYC?
No, you still need to KYC to be. Did it not?
Wow.
That's my fault. That's my fault because I write the mediums. That is, I'm not in trouble. But no, you will need to be in first place because all the other prizes, real low, compared to usual. You will need to be KYC'd or verified, creator. There it is.
Gotta wear sunglasses.
I'm looking at the medium right now.
Stunning.
Oh, I skipped a whole load out. That's why. I'm wondering, is this why people aren't entering some of the VoxEdit contests and game jams because you need to be KYC verified? I mean, Ninja Puppy Inbox, you can still place in second or third or get the participation prize. You got to remember that the KYC stuff is, you know what? I didn't put it there. Sure, there's no KYC needed. Just make sure that you have a wallet linked to your account so you can be fraud checked.
She called an audible.
Mm.
I think I used that term correctly. I don't know sports.
Yeah, only interested at first place. Yeah, I mean, I didn't put it there. It's gonna be too much to like. It's already been out for a few days. It's already been out since yesterday. But it's also a really quick contest. As long as you pass fraud check, you should be fine. because it's a lower prize amount compared to our other contests. In fact, it's a similar prize amount to what the honorable mentions for the game jams are, and honorable mentions don't need to be KYC'd, so I feel like it should be fine. So yeah, enter. Win. Win. I dare you. I dare you to win. But also, hi, Lucas. Hope you're having fun. Have I missed any chats on X? No, I have not. For those wondering, Alex, what are you making today?
I'm making an Easter hat. An untitled Easter hat.
It is
haven't
going
figured
to
out the name
be
yet.
excellent. Wait, I'm gonna look at all the things that I suggested. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong chat. It is an excellent hat for the Lenten season. You may say it's resurrected, you may say it's rebirthed, and I forgot the one that Alex said. Some people may relate it to the spring equinox.
True.
And you will be hopping mad to get this in your wallet. There's a couple that I missed off, but I feel like I made that blend well. I actually forgot I suggested the hopping mad hat. I don't think it's as good as the excellent one.
It's not as punny.
No.
It's not a punny bunny.
The punny bunny hat.
Mm.
Oh, I gave Rolfie some homework because I had all those suggestions that I sent to you. And then I went to Rolfie, I was like, look, this is what I'm trying to think of some names for. And I told him the theme and everything. And I was like, right, can you think of something? He was like, not off the top of my head, no. And I was like, okay, get back to me later. And he was like, I do not need homework for the weekend. But Z would be hopping glad to win, not mad. You'll be hopping mad to miss it. That's better.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a good name for the hat. That's like a good name for the ad for the hat.
Okay, I'll get working on it. You need posters? What size? What format are we going? Twitter? We need YouTube thumbnail?
It's a little late for that. Oh man.
Am I ready for when it comes out? I'll just grab some screenshots of this stream.
Like later today?
Yeah. I can work while you're working.
Okay.
I mean, it won't be very good, but
it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be perfectly average. You know, I like to say that I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, and I like that about myself, honestly.
I'm jack of many trades, master of a couple.
Ooh, you've mastered a few?
But I'm not a jack of all trades. I'm just a jack of many trades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't put me in charge of like a nuclear power plant or like being a bouncer or anything like that.
Wait, you wouldn't be good at that?
Being a bouncer? I'm short. I'm small. People wouldn't take me seriously. And I'm non-confrontational, like, typically. I have a hard time getting in people's faces. Like, if I had to, like, if I had to, like, defend a friend or my children, probably, but Most of the time I would just be like awkward, like, yeah, sure, walk right by me. What am I gonna do? You're taller than me. um, that's what we have Lucas for.
Yeah. That's why we bring him everywhere with us. We just fold him up, put him in our suitcase. Um,
Lucas is very tall for those who don't know. If Homer can do it, you can too, Alex. I I mean, I know my dad can do it, but I'm okay not having that responsibility.
and he throws axes 100%. Yeah, you want to be scared of him.
Oh yeah, for sure. How are we
I'm
liking
loving this
the
bunny
fur
ear.
texture? You like the fur texture?
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
Thank you.
I
Been a
get
long
really
time.
bored of doing texture like that, so I'm always amazed when other people do it. Like I have to proper focus on doing it.
I
Takes so
don't do
long.
it too often. Um, it's not something I typically do, but I guess none of this is stuff I've typically done much for a while. My goal here is to not have any two same colors next to each other. Save.
I had a really good background blended color, and I've been sorting through all my files because I don't delete anything from my download section. And it's filled, and I really do need to like delete things and move things to their proper areas. And I started doing it the other day. And I found a really good image, and I was just like, oh, this would work as like a good backing for a thumbnail, but because of the hat that you're making, I think it would go really well for the background of your you'll be hopping mad to miss it.
Mm.
I'm actually making it. Lucas, what is Alex making? Alex is making a hopping mad excellent hat ready for the spring equinox. Equinox? I think both are correct.
I say equinox, but that might be like English versus British pronunciation.
What did I say? Because I feel like
I
I
think you
said
said
what you said.
equinox
Equinox.
versus equinox,
Equinox, yeah.
but it's not like I was like, oh wait, what did you mean when you said that? It was very obvious. It's the same word.
Equinox.
It's a very long bunny ear, but it's gonna be angled and folded.
I did wonder whether you were going to be folding it, and I'm glad that it will be. Are you going to animate the bunny ears to do a little flappy flap?
Little idle animation going on.
I'm just going to bring this over to this screen because for some reason I can't concentrate properly on my second screen when I'm looking for stuff. I don't know if that happens to you. Like you have a preferred screen for proper looking.
So I've got my desk is an L shape, and I sit at a 90-degree facing the longer part of the L, and my left monitor is directly in front of me, centered, and then I have another monitor that's off at the corner of the L at like a 45-degree angle. It's actually less than a 45-degree angle, so it kind of faces kind of away from me a little bit, but it's so like right now I'm looking straight at the middle of one screen directly in front of me, and now I'm looking at the middle of my other screen. So it's a pretty big difference. My neck can get sore if I'm looking over here too much. So usually what's on the other side is like Discord, iTunes, a checklist. Um, not what I'm primarily working on is off there.
Yeah.
In this case, it's OBS and Discord, and then in what you see is my entire left screen.
Bitfox has 3 screens. The middle one is the main. Yeah, I think we all have like a main screen that
I
is
would
our.
love to have 3 screens again, but my desk is too small. These are very large screens. Actually, I don't know where my tape measure is. I think they're. Oh, here it is. It got buried. This is a 32-inch. I have two 32-inch screens next to each other, so it's a very wide spread. Um, but that's why like I keep everything like on the main one when I'm working on it. And so I did before I had two of those screens. I used to just have the one 32-inch screen, and then I had two smaller side screens. But now that I've got those, their footprint is just so huge. There's not enough space for me unless I like drastically changed my desk layout and like where my desktop is. But yeah, having 3 screens for a little bit was nice. But one of those monitors didn't work well.
I feel like 2 is just enough for me at the moment.
It could be nice, like to the stuff that you would normally have on the secondary screen to split it across 2 on either side of the middle one, because then it's almost like checking your mirrors while driving. It's like you've just got what's in front of you, that's your work, and then the side stuff is off to both sides. And because it's split, you can like look both ways, and it's not the constant like it's this side of my neck that always gets sore from pulling my head to the right.
Yeah.
What other games do I currently play besides the Sandbox? So it's mostly been the Sandbox lately because I do testing work besides my regular Sandbox work. But when I'm not playing the Sandbox, I still play a good bit of Call of Duty because I'm a degenerate now. Joe, for those of you who haven't been with us for a long time, Joseph was my old co-host from back in 2020. And he and I started a company together doing consulting work for the Sandbox. So Joe got me into Call of Duty, and yeah, that's typically my addiction when I get into it for a little bit. It's like you start playing, like 5 hours go by, like, oh, I need to stop. What else do I play? Not much lately. It's mostly just been those two things. I started Cookie Cutter. I got past the tutorial. It's like a Metroidvania, super super duper violent, but like all like hand drawn cartoon animations. Looks just really gorgeous. So that's pretty cool. But I haven't gotten very far on that.
Did you ever play Baldur's Gate 3?
Not yet. Oh yeah, I guess occasionally I fire up my Switch. So I beat Pikmin 4. That was really good. Um, and yeah, no, I love like open world RPGs and all that stuff. I just haven't had the time to like dive into one lately.
It could be hard to find time. I barely have time to sleep, let
Yeah.
alone play other games.
Yeah. Uh, uh, I'm so close to being done with Breath of the Wild. I've got like 4 or 5 side quests left before I want to go and fight Ganon. So, uh, it's actually almost been like a year basically since I've played it. So I don't remember how to do anything, and I'm like in end game content, and I'm like, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna have to remember how to play again before I beat it. My wife got me Tears of the Kingdom for my birthday, which is August, and I basically haven't. I didn't want to start playing that until I beat Breath of the Wild. Um. So yeah. Missed the reply about the award ceremony. So yeah, it's gonna be next Saturday. There were some technical difficulties. I'm gonna put that in the chat.
Yeah, we'll keep mentioning it as well throughout, just in case people uh miss out. Oh yeah, that background's gonna work real well. I'm happy with that
for the
background.
poster for these.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if you don't like it, I like it. It's for your thing.
It's a team effort. Just going all in. All right.
There we go. I finally found it. I had that image like hidden in stuff when I did Sand Rush. I was like, oh, there it is.
When you did Sand Rush?
You know Sand Rush.
I know Sand Rush, but what do you mean when you
Yeah.
did Sand Rush?
When I used to work for them.
I didn't know you worked for Sand Rush.
Yeah. I worked for Sand Rush. I did a few assets, but I mostly did their social media.
Oh.
So I
may have
made
known that at one point, but I forgot if I did know that.
Yeah, I did put a bunch of stuff like Photoshop stuff and made posts for them. And then I helped Nabia Studio / Elements English check their tweets. So I used to do that once a week for like an hour once a week. We'd go through like their whole week's posts, and I just checked the language to make sure it read correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm so slow to get onto new games. I think part of it is one of the many manifestations of my ADHD is difficulty transitioning to a new thing. But once I'm on that thing, I can focus on it for a long time. So starting a new game that I've never played before is I don't actually like doing it.
Ooh.
I have more fun buying a new game and installing it than starting playing it, because I got Far Cry 6 when it came out and I have not launched it yet. It's been installed on my computer since the game came out, what, 2 years ago now, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just because I know, part of my brain knows that once I start playing it, I'm not gonna want to stop, and I don't have the time to dedicate to that right now. So it's just like, nope, you're just gonna look at it. It's over there, installed. It's ready to go. And I think part of it is like not wanting to learn new mechanics. And it's weird that I wouldn't do that with Far Cry, or that I would be hung up with Far Cry, because I've played all the other Far Cries pretty much. I haven't played the sequel to 5 yet. They had the New Dawn or whatever it was called. I don't remember what the.
I don't know. I feel like I haven't played Far Cry since 2 or 3.
3 is like really good. I went back and tried playing 2, and it was rough. There's it definitely 2 is where it became what it is. But there's so many quality of life improvements that have come since then that trying to go back to 2 is difficult. It's just kind of like unfairly challenging in some spots. Like you can clear an enemy base and like barely walk away from it, and then everybody respawns, and it's like, I just did this, but now my gun's broken, and leave me alone. I'm just trying to get home. 3 is. Oh, go ahead.
I can't remember. No, I was gonna say I can't even really remember playing Far Cry that much. I probably didn't even complete it.
It's one of my favorite series.
I have to play Half-Life 2 again. And that is also one that I still haven't played.
I could jump
Because
back into Half-Life 2 at any point. Half-Life 2 and Portal, I'll replay
oh, I
anytime.
love yeah, Portal's great.
Yeah.
Cake is a lie.
I think the first Portal game I've probably replayed more as far as games with like a linear story and not like a roguelite or something. Um,
Hmm.
Portal is probably the game that I've replayed the most number of times.
Crash
Uh,
Bandicoot is mine.
hmm.
Right, 100%. Crash Bandicoot is one of the few games that I have replayed over and over again. Still have old PlayStations, yet and all the old Crash Bandicoots for them, yet I still bought the new pack for, I think it was for Xbox, because at that point we didn't have a PS5. I was Xbox One, yay! But then we got a PS5.
You sound so disappointed.
No, the PS5 is good. No, I like it. Also, I really, really like Horizon. I think Horizon's a really, really good game.
That's another
Um,
game that I bought forever ago and haven't started playing because
oh, I
I know
like
that
it.
I'm gonna have to learn so much, and I like when I want to play a game. I think I want to be able to jump in and just start playing, and not have to like learn this, go through the whole tutorial process and set up and all that stuff. I just want to go. So it's so
See,
much easier for me to play a game that I've already played before.
so for Horizon, at least the first one, it depends how you play. What difficulty you're going to put it on is depending on how challenging it is.
Hmm.
But Horizon, at least the first sort of like 30 minutes is still like gameplay, but tutorial gameplay where it's not in your face, make it awful kind of
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
It's just like, hey, this is now a thing that you've got to do, and it's engaging and it makes sense to the plot. Um, as to why you're doing it instead of little side things where it's like, oh, not another tutorial. Why do I have to go through this? This is so boring.
Hmm.
It makes sense to how they do it. But if you are like me and like doing the story stuff, then it will take you a long time to play it.
Hmm.
Rolfie hates the stories of anything, to the point where I've had to force him to only play God of War when I'm in the room, so he actually understands what the story is. Because I make him watch all the cutscenes. Um,
Oh no.
because he doesn't watch the cutscenes. He skips every cutscene, and I'm like, how do you know what's happening? He's like, well, I just fight things, don't I? And I was like, no, you don't just go and fight things. No, that is incorrect.
You gotta fight them while like caring.
Yeah, you gotta understand why you're fighting. You gotta
Right.
care about it. You gotta care about your characters. So if one of them dies, you feel sad. And if in one game, two kind of have like a funny banter relationship thing, but not a relationship, you feel for the characters, and then you start shipping them together. No, I want to write fan fiction
That
in my
part's
head.
that part's a you thing, but oh man. I definitely like playing games for their story. But the story has to be conveyed in a meaningful way.
Yeah.
So um that's one of the struggles with uh one of the challenges of making a game that's engaging in something like the Sandbox is that um right now the way we can convey story, the simplest way to convey it's through like those askers and like having the conversations progress through that, and you can put some interesting writing in there, but some players get bored with just pressing E through a conversation, and it's very easy to just fly through it. And a lot of times the quest design of an experience is just like smash E through the conversation, run to the next waypoint.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to read the quest because maybe the waypoint isn't super clear what you're supposed to be doing. Um, so you put all those things in there, and then you have a game that maybe is fun, maybe has an interesting story, but are the players really getting to know the characters that you've made? Are they really starting to kind of dive into the lore of your world that maybe you've worked really hard on, but how do you present that to a player in a way that like really captures their attention? And not all players there are going to be players like Rolfie who just want to run through and don't care at all, and that's fine. Um, but it's good to have stuff out there for players who maybe are tempted to run through too quickly, but put things in there that catch their attention. So, um, things like environmental storytelling. I love what Bethesda does with all their games. As weird as Bethesda games can be in gameplay, what they do really well is telling stories with the scenes that they set. So you walk into like a cave in Skyrim, and then there's like a skeleton under a waterfall with a bag of gold in his hand, and you see a journal like near there where they talk about the greed that they're suffering through, and as they try to find more gold, and they keep diving deeper into the cave while being hunted by a
It's
troll or
those
something.
things.
Yeah, that's
It's
that's the
like,
stuff that keeps me playing that game
yeah,
after all these years. Uh
like that, and I'm gonna use Subnautica as one of those as well, because you don't need to collect all the audio files of like the ship that crashed that everybody else was on and the ship in the past that crashed.
mhm.
um but if you listen to, like, you can play the game and get to the end without listening to them, but I like listening to them and collecting all of them, because then they have additional little bits of story and lore that you wouldn't know otherwise.
Mhm.
And I like that. I like being immersed in fantasy worlds, because fantasy worlds are amazing. They are the best. And I'm pretty sure in a past life I was a little princess fairy in a fantasy world. True story.
um so yeah, BioShock's another one that does that well. I need to I've only played like the first half of the first BioShock, and I've owned all three of them for a long time. I feel real bad. I got really into BioShock, and then into the first one, and then I think I had like a corrupted hard drive or something. I don't remember what happened, but for some reason I stopped playing, and then I just never got back to it. Um, uh, Deep Rock Galactic uses low poly graphic style. I love low poly stuff. Um, uh, Mega Man Legends is one of my favorite games for like the anime low poly style, all the way back on like that was on N64 and PlayStation. Um, one and two are great. Three is meh. I've heard the meh things about three. One of the things that I'm worried about if I eventually get around to playing three is uh getting missing parts, um because that's happened to me before. It's Alice Mc, or American McGee's Alice Madness Returns or whatever, the I can't remember the whole name. Um, had a thing where like you'd have a branching path. You go through like door A or door B, and
Yeah.
behind door A, there's a collectible item that will help you beat the level, but you can't see it and until you round the corner. And behind door B is a cutscene that takes you to the next part of the level, and you can't go back, and that drove me nuts. That I think that gave me like a low form of PTSD where I get like uh decision locked. I can't remember, executive dysfunction, where I'm like, which uh, which one do I go down? Because I don't want that to happen. I don't want. I like collecting all the things and being like, I did everything there was to do, and I don't like having to replay through a very linear game typically, unless it's something like Portal, where it's. I think what wins with Portal is it's so short that you can beat
Yeah,
it.
a
Once you
long
know
one.
it, you can beat it in like an hour, no problem. Um, so that's why I've replayed that so many. I've probably restarted playing Mario 64 more times than I've played Portal, but I've beaten Portal more times than Mario 64 because Mario 64 is such a longer game. Um, Mega Man Legends, I was when Mega Man Legends 3 was announced for the Nintendo 3DS, that was going to be the reason why I bought a 3DS, and I never bought a 3DS because it got canceled.
Oh.
Yeah. That was cool in Far Cry 6. What was cool?
I don't know. We've talked about so much.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not. I see that was cool, but I'm not sure
The
which
first
part you're
room
talking
the
about.
game was finished in. Oh,
Oh, that's not just in 6. That's in all of them. That happens in okay. I don't remember if it happens in Far Cry 3, but it happens in Far Cry 4, Far Cry 5, and I think it does happen in 3. If you wait at the start of a Far Cry game, you get the good ending, which is like the most peaceful ending. Basically, the plot of all spoilers if you don't play Far Cry games. So just cover your ears. The core thing with Far Cry games is that you become a monster through the game. You become, you've killed so many people. You've committed so many war crimes. Uh, in the process of trying to liberate the people of whatever oppressive country or county in the case of Far Cry 5 you've just been dumped into. So you free the place, and in the process you've made yourself into a monster to be the hero, basically. And so the good ending in Far Cry is you choose to not be violent and you just sit there, and the game ends, the credits roll, and you get a different ending than the other ways. um
I actually didn't know that.
I didn't realize that was the case with multiple of them until I found out about it in Far Cry 5. In Far Cry 5, if you don't arrest the cult leader at the beginning, you and the other I get they're the sheriff or something. I can't remember like what exactly their job is, but you walk away, you get back on the helicopter, you fly away, and nobody dies, and the nuclear apocalypse doesn't happen. um in 4, you get a good ending. I don't remember exactly what happens with that, but yeah, the a bunch of the Far Cry games are like that. um
Do we
it's
want
a
to
fun
drop that
series.
giveaway form?
Yeah, did we not do that already? Let's do
No,
that.
I said, hey, because you mentioned, what are we making? It's for a giveaway. And I was like, oh, you want me to do the giveaway form? And you were like, no, 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 I'm just telling people. So there's the giveaway form, and I've got to go over to the X, Twitter.
I
I hate
remember
calling
that happening, but I don't remember why I said no.
because it was because
It was too
somebody, I think
early.
it was, yeah, maybe.
I don't actually want the pattern on the inside. You need some place for your eyes to rest on this thing.
If you are watching over on Twitter, why are you there? We have channel points over on Twitch, and you can spend those for some NFTs. But if you are watching on Twitter, then there's a giveaway form that I've posted in this stream's chat thing, so you can find the form there. And if you are watching over on YouTube, once this is re-uploaded to YouTube, make sure to tune in to our live streams. They happen all the time. We have a Twitch schedule. Hop over to Twitch, type in the Sandbox game. We should appear. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm pretty sure the link to the Twitch channel is also there. So you can find us there. And you can tune into some streams, add some channel points, win some NFTs, have some fun, talk about games, talk about Sandbox, talk about crypto, but not financial advice. And just enjoy spending time with us lovely people, because we are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like
For sure.
Alex is amazing. Crafter also streams. Cyberdragon also streams. Lucas is here sometimes. V Pyre as well. She's on mine. We're all amazing people, all of us, and there is no reason why you shouldn't tune in and watch us. But don't watch us in real life through a window, because that's creepy. Or at least without permission.
That took a weird turn. Any love for the Batman Arkham games? I have not played them yet. But like many games, I do have them. I used to have a Steam sales problem. Um, I am a recovering Steam sales addict. Uh, did Dr. Luigi say something?
They
I just see a
waved.
blank.
They
Oh, it doesn't.
waved.
It's just a blank for me. It's
Yeah,
this is what I see. Just a blank.
oh, it loaded. It just
Oh.
loaded. Yeah, there you go. Yumba wants to know if they can watch me in real life through a window, and
They
to
are
that I
asking
say not.
permission.
Yeah, not this week. Ask again in a few more weeks' times. Maybe it'll change. Who knows? Alex, for the people that don't know, what are you making today?
Oh, a hat.
A hat.
A
Any sort
hat.
of hat? Just a hat?
Just a hat.
Just a
Just a
hat.
boring old hat. Nothing fancy.
It's not Easter hat. It's not the hopping mad hat. It's not the excellent hat.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. But you will be hopping mad to miss this because Alex will be minting 10 of these. 5 will be
10.
done in the giveaway, and 5 will be placed up for sale with a very slight profit for Alex because he has bought those catalysts. He swept the floor, people. He swept the floor. You better watch out. If you need catalysts, you better get them now because Alex is going to buy them all. No, he's not.
Not
he's
all.
not good.
I bought what I needed for this mint and a couple extra.
Oh, lots of people are saying hi. Hello, everybody. Loads of people are tuning in now.
Oh,
Hello.
hey. How's it going,
Hello.
everybody?
And for anybody who is wondering what happened to the Game Jam Award ceremony, technical difficulties, plus the fact it is the Easter holidays and lots of countries have bank holidays around the Easter period. So, yeah, technical difficulties. We will be doing the Game Jam Award ceremony next weekend. Next weekend will be happening. So sorry about that. We do apologize. We understand that some people may be frustrated that they don't get to hear the results right today, but it will be happening next weekend, and we are very sorry about the delay. But also, technical difficulties happen. We're all human. Oh, well, other than Lucas.
Yes, he's a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the result of Stormtrooper? Were those results meant to go out today? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, no, they should be scheduled. Were they not? Yes, they should be scheduled. Those results are meant to go out at some point. Our social media manager who does those it's Easter bank holiday weekend. He's from the UK. But they should be announced. They should be announced today, tomorrow. I'm gonna check.
On a Sunday?
Maybe, yeah. Sometimes things are announced on a Sunday. Were they already announced? Were they announced last week? I don't think so. No, they haven't been announced yet. Really wanted to avoid having to log in. Maybe I can see it without logging in. Haha, I can. Points to me. Oh. Yeah, we may have had to have waited for approval from the IP. I believe the IP needed to have okayed everything.
The final say.
Yeah. I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Because it is bank holiday. Why? Honestly, I don't know why I organized everything near bank holiday weekend. It is so silly of me. Because Stormtrooper results, bank holiday weekend are meant to be announced. I then had 2 VoxEdit contests end. One yesterday, but it's been extended. So if you want to take part in the Easter VoxEdit contest, you have until 1 p.m. UTC Sunday to take part, so take part. But the other Gothic interior mini contest that finished the other day, Thursday evening. So yeah, I don't know why. I was like, you know what? Bank holiday in the UK on Friday and the bank holiday weekend. I wanna make everything end right before that all starts and nobody's around to do anything. Including me. Because I also have holiday booked for next week. So there we
You
go.
know what we should do while we're waiting for those giveaway entries to roll in? We should do the news.
Oh yes.
Because we've been streaming for 2 hours now. So we should actually be wrapping up soon. So let's do the news. And then we'll jump back over here, and the animation shouldn't take too long on this. I say that a lot, and it always takes a long time. But we'll be right back.
Hello and welcome back to the news of the week. We have the Habbo collection. If you applied for the allow list, you'll be able to mint right now. Otherwise, you'll need to wait for the public mint, which is on the 28th, I believe. Next up is the cooking simulator. Learn more. Go read this article in your own time, but this has some amazing tips on how to use the cooking simulator template, documentation, and video tutorials and workshops so you can get cooking in the sandbox. Now, on to our events. Game Maker Fund Builders Challenge is still active, still a few weeks left on this one, ends on the 22nd of April. Go check that one out. Next up, we have Love and Music Festival. This one is coming to an end this week. In fact, by the time you see this news of the week, it may have already ended if you have not been watching every single one of our streams. Ends on March 28th. You need to collect 200 EP, 80k for sand and 80k sand for landowners, 50k sand for avatar owners, 30k sand open to everyone, so no investment needed. 5 catalysts for landowners, Love Mic NFT only for music avatar owners, which is mentioned in the description section, and Stage NFT only for landowners in the Infinite Pulse neighborhood. Right at the bottom, it shows you all of the experiences that you can take part in and all of the EP. Go play those experiences to get your EP and to get your rewards. Next up is Action City. 50k sand for the Hellboy avatar owners. So if you own a Hellboy avatar, then you are eligible for this prize pool reward right here. Go check this experience out. It's really cool. Next, we have the Entanglement Treasure Hunt. Finishes on the 24th of April. This is being done by Endzone. And Sandbox is just promoting it. So Endzone are the ones distributing the award, and it is their experience. Entanglement Treasure Hunt. Yes Chef Game Jam. Make sure to check this one out. Registrations have closed. If you do want to be signed up for taking part in Game Jams, make sure you are checking the events page often so you get to see and can register plenty of time. She Inspires Game Jam. This one, registrations are open until the 30th of March. So you still have time to register for this Game Jam. Go check it out. Next up is the Easter 2024 VoxEdit contest. This one ends on March 29th at 11:59 p.m. UTC. Convert that to your local time. There is a regular and beginner category with their own prize pools. All the important information is in here. And the first VoxEdit contest that will have the results announced in a live award ceremony on April 20th. So make sure to tune in to that. Gothic Interior, bringing you another VoxEdit mini contest. We want you to create Gothic-inspired interior assets. So this is the prize breakdown as well as participation prize. So take part. It's for the first 100 valid participants that don't place in the top 10. Important dates, it does close on March 28th at 11:59 p.m. UTC. Convert that to your local time. And the results will be announced between the 11th and the 13th of April. Here are all the important guidelines as well as the judging criteria. Creativity, usability is worth double points, optimization, and aesthetics. And top 5 may be eligible to receive catalysts for minting and placed in our special VoxEdit contest winner collection. Now on to our mentions of the week. First mention goes out to Tuberino with this adorable little carrot character. Absolutely cute. Love it. Really nice detail on here. And they do have it up for sale, I believe. Made by one of the amazing artists in the Creator Fund. So do go check this asset out and give them a follow over on socials. Next mention goes to RBX2 for this amazing Desert Bazaar boss. And oh my gosh, just the absolute detailing on this asset is fan-friggin-tastic. Look at it. This is a boss. 100%. There is no boss more boss-like than this boss. So much amazing detail. I absolutely adore this one. This is just fantastic. There's been 5 minted. It's classed as a legendary. He's got a really big size. So they actually put in the description the size. So he is humongous. He is a big old boy. Because you don't want to run into him in a dark cave. And once again, this is by RBX2. And it is called the Desert Bazaar Boss. Next up, we have Nature's Backpack by Matt Voxel. I like this one. This one is an equipment. I wanted to highlight an equipment piece. It is a common, so it doesn't have any gems associated to it. But in terms of equipment and how amazing this backpack looks, there's amazing little tiny details on here that I absolutely love. This is beautiful. Look at the little animation. Absolutely lovely. Well done to Matt Voxel. Love this. And now back to your regular schedules content. See you next time.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. We weren't gone
Bye.
long.
Oh, much less than last time. And Lucas wasn't even here to do his planks.
Yeah.
And I definitely didn't do them.
Yeah. No planking here. Not right now.
Oh, did you guys like, and by you guys, I mean Americans, because it was a huge thing in the UK back when I was a late teen. Planking,
Okay.
like just randomly
Oh
planking
yeah.
in places.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, not
that was,
me, but yeah,
but
planking
it
was a
was a,
thing.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It's just talking about planking, just brought the memories flooding back. I've got one of me planking across cinema seats. I think that was a common one a lot of people did.
I feel like I've seen that photo. I feel like I remember.
Have
Or did you?
you?
Or did you do any planking in Japan or something? I feel like
No,
no. Hmm.
not that I know of.
I feel like I remember you showing me a photo of planking at some point.
Maybe. I'm wondering because I don't think I've got it on any of my Instagrams, and I don't think you follow my private Instagram that isn't really private. But
I don't know. Probably not. No, I was just looking in
it's
your window and saw you playing.
Well, that would be weird because that would have been when I was like 19 or 20. And I don't
I'm
think we knew each other then.
no, pretty sure we did
But
not.
but I am only 25, obviously.
Hmm.
Why does everybody think they've seen a picture of me planking?
So
Have
I
I?
have an extremely so you know how there's that chart of like apples, and it's like you're supposed to rate like if somebody says imagine an apple, like what do you
Oh,
see, and the
yeah.
first one's like blank, you don't see anything, and then one's like you see like an outline of an apple, and then ones you
Yeah.
see like an apple like filled in but it's black and white, and then when you see like a red apple, and then the next one you see like a red apple with like a highlight and an outline and a green leaf and all this stuff. I'm like steps beyond that chart because um you know what AI video looks like when it like morphs to different things?
Yes.
That's what's in my head. Like
Ooh.
uh and I think that's why like I mean I'm kind of I don't really care about AI art. Um this could be, I know it's a controversial topic on both sides for a lot of things, like people like to argue about it, but I'm just kind of like I think it's there's interesting things happening with it, and some people make some interesting work with it. But in general, I just like it's like whatever, I don't care. But what I do find interesting is just watching the video of it morphing from one thing to the other and going like that feels familiar to me, like,
Hmm.
and I think it's the I am extremely visual. I can picture real physical objects, and I can picture them with like photorealistic detail, and then I can do like a early 2000s movie, like zoom in to the microscopic scale, and I can make it go wireframe, and I can do like all these different things in my head to it, but they happen really fast and I can't stay focused on one for a long time. And I don't know if that's just because people in general can't do that, or if it's my ADHD like zipping through things too quickly, because um you know how there's like the game like oh no you lost the game.
Oh,
um
thank you.
you're
Yeah, I lost
welcome.
the
I know
game.
it's been a while. Yeah, I'll just lost the game. But the whole point of that game is it's a mental puzzle, or not a puzzle, but it's a brain teaser kind of, and like you can't not think about a thing if you're thinking about it, and like the harder you try to not think about it, the the
More you
harder it
think.
is to like get it out of your head. So for me, that's like when I'm imagining a thing, the more I try to focus on the thing, it's like the more I squeeze it out of my hands, like a fistful of
Hmm.
sand, because I'm trying really hard to focus on a specific visual of something. And the more I think about like, okay, keep it the way it is, don't imagine X, and then X just becomes the next thing that I think about. So it's just constantly like the opening of Fairly Odd Parents, where they keep on like switching into different things, like a rubber moose, guava juice,
Yeah.
obtuse, whatever. Um, that's my head just flashing things all the time. Um, so yeah, well, I try picturing an apple, and like I'll do like Apple logo, an actual apple, an apple with a bite taken out of it, to an apple rotting, like, and it goes through like so many
That's
iterations so
so
fast.
cool.
It's
I
cool,
love
but
people's brains.
it's annoying if I'm trying to like remember something specific, because it just
Hmm.
jumps through things too fast. Um, and the but the problem with it is that I can make up details very easily. So I can picture you planking on the moon easily. Like that's not a challenge for me to like visualize that as like, you know, a black and white photograph with like the NASA logo, and like, you know, it's an amazing ability, but um it's it also means like if somebody goes like you remember this thing, and I'd be like, well, I don't remember it, but I just imagined it, so now it feels like I remember it. Can I picture more with my eyes closed? Not particularly. I can do it. Um, my eyes don't have to be closed to do it, and I can visualize it in real space around me, but I can tell that it's not really there. So it's not like Calvin and Hobbes where he like the imagination goes so wild he can't even see reality. Like I can still see everything that's around me and I can tell that I'm not holding an apple even though I'm picturing an apple in my hand. It's
Oh, see,
definitely
for me, I can sometimes, it depends how focused I am. When I used to work at the pub cleaning, I would be so bored, so I would put myself in new worlds and I'd be in those worlds. So I would stop seeing the pub around me that I'm cleaning and I would be in that world with characters walking past me.
mm.
But it doesn't, I have to be in a certain mind, like, I'd have to be really bored to get to that mind state.
Yeah, I don't know that I can like fully block out reality. I mean, like obviously like I close my eyes, I wouldn't be seeing anything. I'd be seeing darkness. Um but yeah, I don't know if my imagination's ever been so vivid to basically have like AR or V. So like what you're describing is like more like VR, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's like it's gone, and what and I can picture it in like it's like having a different like a different monitor. Like you've got your main monitor and that's like reality and I can see that, but I've also got a monitor off to the side which is just totally in my head. And I can copy my main monitor over to that and I can picture the apple in my hand.
They're a little bit like AR. Like if you're playing Pokemon, you can see like Pokemon Go and you've
Yeah,
got Pidgey in front of you. Like that's how
right.
you're seeing it. Yeah.
But also like Pokemon Go, I'm picturing it on my phone and I can still see that there's not actually a Pokemon in
Oh,
front of me.
interesting. I
So
like
I
brains
can
are amazing.
yeah, it's like it's disconnected from my occipital lobe. Like I'm not actually literally seeing it with my eyeballs. My eyeballs know that it's not there, but I can still picture it. And funny enough, as I'm like thinking about it, I'm thinking I'm seeing it off to the right, which is where my secondary monitor is. But I can switch it around to the left. Like it doesn't. It's spinning around me in circles right now. So it's
Like Apple, get back here!
right.
Stop flying!
I wasn't even picturing. I was picturing the monitor that the apple is on. So yeah, I've heard that there's actual some advantages to not being able to do that. There's lots of like artists who aren't able to picture things in their minds like that because they're doing it on the paper or on the canvas or whatever. They're drawing the thing out and they're not thinking about it in their head. I don't know how that works at all. That's like more incredible to me than like it's incredible to me that somebody can go through life not being able to visualize those things because I can't imagine that like life
Yeah.
experience and then knowing that they're an artist and making beautiful pictures while not picturing that thing in their head. I'm like, that's wild. I have no idea how that works. Um, Humili talks same thing. I don't really close my eyes, but I can picture things wherever I want. Oop, it just moved. Uh, make yourself laugh randomly all the time. People are like, "What the heck is so funny?" Yeah, I can picture some pretty funny things. Rust Cole from True Detective. I don't.
I've never seen
I
True
just
Detective.
oh, it's so good. The
Oh,
I really
okay.
like the first. I really like the first season and the third season. The second season, I just never vibed with it. It didn't have the weirdness to it. The first season really like dives into the uncanny like eldritch horror kind of vibes. Um
Is it something
and
I should watch?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
if you like serial murder detective mystery kind of stuff. Um
Sometimes.
yeah, that's my vibe. Uh so I just rewatched True Detective. I'm not sure what you mean by like Rust Cole. Was Rust Cole picturing? Oh, because of the drugs, right? Like when the everything starts stretching for him, kind of like that. But except he said in the show like he couldn't separate reality. Like he didn't know if something was really happening to him or not. And uh I definitely can tell like what's real and what's not real. Like I know I'm imagining something. I grew up reading Calvin and Hobbes, so part of my brain was always like, oh yeah, I can see that like Calvin can. But like when you read Calvin and Hobbes, it's like he doesn't have a grasp on reality. He's so enthralled in his imagination, and it was never like that for me. Um, why did the
Yeah, I
Easter
definitely
contest get
didn't plank
extended?
in Japan. I've just looked through all my Japan pictures. I was like,
That's what started this whole conversation.
yeah,
Was me going like, I think I saw you plank in Japan, and I think I just made that up.
Like, I part of me was like thinking, do I ask where in Japan you think you saw me plank?
Yeah. Yuma Lee talks. I am terrible at memorization, but I have good visual recall. So like, and yeah, I can fill in the blanks and imagine details. So like memorization for school, I was always terrible at that. I hated memorizing dates, place names, things like that. I was always good with like the narrative, so like the story of like what happened in a war, like what caused it, things like that. I was better at remembering that, but I was terrible at the dates. Um, but then yeah, I'd have. I mean, I have decent visual recall. Like I can imagine like classic paintings and stuff like that. But again, because I can manipulate it, however, if you asked me to like recreate something, there would probably be lots of stuff that I made up if I had to like actually go into that detail and make it. Um, yeah.
Brains are amazing.
They are amazing. Brains are really cool. I like learning about brains. All right, we got to finish this hat.
Yeah, I've got a poster background and a title waiting for its hat.
Oh gosh.
No pressure.
All right, I just wanted to kind of recreate or I modified the pattern so that way the sides aren't exactly the same.
Oh, that reminds me, I should drop that form link another time. There's going to be 5 winners.
Yep.
We've named it Mystery
winners.
Hat, but only because it's unnamed. I should have called it the Unnamed Hat.
It'll have a name by the time it's minted.
I should hope so, because once it's minted, you can't change that.
Uh-huh.
For anybody that didn't know, once you mince once you mince an asset, while you're making a shepherd pie,
right.
yeah, once you mint it, you can't change any of the details or stats or anything like that. It is minted. It is done. Finito, finite. It's just done.
Like 89% recall accuracy. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it would be difficult to measure it. I guess you could test it. Be like have show me some things and then test how accurately I could draw them back.
Oh, that would be cool.
Mint,
that would
minced
be a good
pie
show.
now. Yeah,
A
you can
mince
mint
pie.
pie.
Oh, yeah.
I had pies in that collection. I had a bunch of tasty looking pies.
The green is growing on me. I feel like now that you've got the ears there,
there's some contrast to it. But what do you think about the blue?
I think there's too much blue.
Too much blue. Too much of the same blue. Like
yeah,
it should have some
too
variety.
much of the same blue. Yeah.
Should it be like Easter egg patterned?
Maybe. See what that looks like.
Okay.
See, like, yeah, kind of like the egg, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that idea. You're full of great ideas.
Thank you.
Really like this hat. I wish I could make assets like this. I mean, I know I can.
I
I
was
just
gonna
don't have
say
the time or
you
focus.
do make assets like
I do.
this.
I do. So, some of my assets are really nice. I'm being too hard on myself.
Yeah.
There are a lot of my assets that I really, really do like. There are some where afterwards I'm less like, could have done better, I suppose. But maybe that's just like a perfectionist thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things that I look back at and then go, why did I do it that way? I could have done it better. But for the most part, I stay happy with the stuff that I've made because I mean, one thing, so many creators say like to to just like be happy enough with what you've made and like don't be over perfectionist about it. Um, and then it's all about like learning to accept the flaws and stuff like that. But I just like making it perfect the first time.
I
I'm
don't
really
see why you wouldn't.
I like most of like there's very few assets that I look back on and there will be specific details that I'm like, I could have done that better. But overall, I'm like I like the stuff that I make and I don't release it until I'm happy with it. So
Yeah.
um I don't think that's necessarily a healthy work life, and I think there's a reason why a lot of creators are like, yeah, just become, accept it as good enough. And I'm like, no, it will be perfect. And I don't know, it's worked out for me. I'm just built different.
There's a few assets where I'm like, oh, I could do more, but then I'm gonna use like my giant keg that I created. I actually really like my giant keg. I'm never gonna mint it, but it was really difficult to get because it's lots of different nodes,
Mm.
and it's a barrel shape, like it's a
Mhm.
keg. So it's difficult to line them up properly, and it goes in and out and straight, and then it goes back in and stuff, so there's lots of angles, and it got to the point where I was just like, you know what, it looks good enough. That
Mhm.
I really was like, it looks good enough. I like how it overly looks, and it kind of has like a sort of like old broken vibe going on to it, and I was like, you know what, it works because I would have just got more and more angry had I continued, and I don't want to get angry.
Right.
I like being happy most of the time. Sometimes being angry is fun. It's
Never enough
it's
blue, says Blue Tulip. Mm. Yeah, I
Is it
think
because I
so.
like
So I think
blue?
it's too much of a single blue. We need more blues.
Yeah.
Oop.
You know, I never use that little select tool like that.
The
Like when you did like the little triangle-y bit on
this
it.
the screen rectangle one.
Yeah.
I use it a good bit for selecting because we used to not have the select all, and sometimes I forget that we have a select all now, so I still sometimes grab that. I'll do it when I have like a bunch of weird shapes and I need to like erase a section through them. I've found it useful a bunch of times, but it's not like it's not something I necessarily use on every project. It has its moments where it's very useful.
See, I forget that some people forget that there's not a select all button, and I do those VoxEdit quick tips, so I've just written that down as I need to mention that. And I feel like every time I watch you, there's always something where you're like, oh, I forgot that that's a thing. And I was like, great! I know what the people need to know.
Part of it is like my memory of like not having things available. It's not that I never knew that it was there. It's like when I learned how to do this, it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's you've got used to a way that things are, and you've
Mm-hmm.
been here for so long that yeah,
And things have
you,
changed so many times.
yeah.
It's funny. Like I've delisted my original VoxEdit videos from YouTube because they're so outdated. But you don't want to delete stuff like that because it'll reduce like your channel status, like the number of views you have.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta keep those there.
So
Although
it's funny to like look back at them.
I think once you're monetized on YouTube, that doesn't go away. Like I've never lost it, and I have
No, I
not
mean
been
like the total
uploading
number of
videos.
channel views you have.
Oh, okay, yeah. I feel like I liked it with the light blue there.
Oh, the light blue's coming back. I'm making some modifications. Actually, you know what? I do like the lighter blue there. I just wanted to add some contrast, but I'm gonna be doing like a spot pattern in here.
Would you like me to close that form?
Yeah, I think we should close it up now.
Okay. Closed. And I asked everybody what was their favorite collection. And we've had Voxedeus, Habos. Oh yeah, I recently got a Habo. Has the reveal happened for that? Let me know, because I don't know. Wizzy all the way. I mean, currently Wizzy doesn't have an avatar collection, but when they do, they will be. Candy Bear? Does somebody mean Care Bears? I think you mean Care Bears. Is there a Candy Bear collection? Am I just out of touch?
I do know. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm out of touch.
Rabbids, wild ones. I do like the wild ones. They had some really, really good animations, even for like the basic tier. Had some real good ones. Pickaxe Masters, Lucky Minor Dwarfs, which is the Pickaxe Masters one. Snoop Dogg, Titans, Panda Pops and Aoki. Oh yeah, I have an avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You forget because it's just one. It's not a collection.
It's in a collection though. It's in the creators collection.
That is true. Yeah. Fun guys. Yes. Playboy. Someone said tough one. They'll go with Rabbids for now, but they're looking forward to the Whizzes. Hellboy. Fun guy. Not saying that one. Only because I disagree with it. Aoki. Elvis.
Because you disagree with liking the collection.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I have a guess.
Yeah, you're correct before you even type it.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, in all fairness, I didn't mention all of everybody's, so hopefully the person that put it can't guess. But we won't hold it against you.
I understand the reasoning. It's a fine collection. It has its moments.
Right, I do a random number generator, correct?
Yeah, so yeah, just roll it 5 times, and it needs to be 5 different people. So if you land on the same one more than once, they don't get more than one.
Now, one person put their home address, I think.
Oh no! Don't give us that.
Yeah,
if they're the winner, you know, we can message them to get the ETH address. Yeah, don't give us your home address. I mean, we will. Just go ahead and delete that from the responses. Not the entry, but just the text of it. Yeah. So you know, we aren't making these hats physically. We're not shipping them to you. We need an Ethereum wallet address.
I'm gonna point out
for
Polygons. It did say a wallet address. So.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's the address where their wallet is. Don't give us that either. So
tell us where your money's at.
So yeah, these are going to be minted on the Polygon chain. So if you have a separate wallet from for Polygon than you use for Ethereum, then you need to let us know. But if you're using it on the Sandbox, then it would probably be the same one because you can only have one wallet connected. So uh, Polygon uses the same addresses as Ethereum, but sometimes people, if they've set their wallets up through like another service, they might have different addresses. Don't give out, don't dox yourself.
Yeah, do not.
Okay, we need
Right, I've got
some
our 5 winners.
All right. You want to
So,
read them off?
yeah, so we have winner number 1 was over on X, and it's
Okay.
our only X. In fact, it's the only X entry. So well done to Square Moser 0410.
Congrats.
So GG's to you. Winner number 2 over on Twitch is OG Shakespeare.
Oh.
The one, the only.
Yeah.
Winner number, and I'm going to type these in the chat as well afterwards. Winner number 3 is Ninja Puppy Inbox, and I believe that you were saying that you were going to win.
Yeah. They manifested it.
Well, yeah, you did. Winner number 4 is Bert Z. GG's to Bert Z. And I believe this other person was manifesting it as well, which is Yuma Leetox.
Hey!
Woo!
That's not Jackie Chan.
Is it not Jackie Chan?
That's
I
not
always
Jackie Chan.
forget.
Yeah.
I feel like they tell us every single time, and I forget every single time.
It's okay, I remember.
As long as someone does.
Oh, I don't know if that's gonna... Oh, the symmetry's not gonna work. I guess if I drag the volume out this way...
Oh, I keep forgetting that I can't enter down.
What do you mean?
When when you do like shift and enter to go to the next line.
Right, in a spreadsheet.
You can't on here.
Oh.
There we go. Yuma's saying, as a hat owner, I would like to add lasers to the hat, please. and Betsy is very excited to wear it. I like you, Betsy. You and me can be friends. I mean, we can all be friends, but Bertsy's on my level.
I need the chick color.
Oh, like a little bit face.
Hmm? What?
It looks like a little. Is it not meant to look like a little rabbit face? It kind of looks like a little rabbit eyes.
Oh no, it's just supposed to be a zigzag pattern.
Oh well, I like it.
No, not a rabbit face, because it's supposed to be like the ears are coming out of the wearer's head.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I need to make. A GG emote.
Hmm.
We need a GG emote. So Ninja Puppy Inbox is asking, does this hat belong to the same collection as other Wizzy hats do?
Yes, this is a Wizzyverse hat. This will give you the holder and equipped role on the Wizzyverse Discord and make you eligible for giveaways that are on the Wizzyverse Discord.
Oh, let's shill the Wizzyverse Discord.
Sure. It's discord.gg/Wizzyverse.
Well, I was just going to put an invite link right there. It's good for 7 days.
All right.
It's getting very cold today. It's been beautiful and sunny all day. Oh, I felt real bad though. So because it didn't seem like there was much wind happening, we started a bonfire because we've got loads of stuff that we need to get burnt because we've been cutting loads of tree bits down and gardening. And I was doing it, and the wind was slightly blowing kind of towards next door, but not too much. Like the wind was kind of like still, and then a little bit would blow, and there wasn't much smoke. So I was like, okay, this is good. And then all of a sudden, it obviously caught onto something that was still damp. And anybody that doesn't know, if you have damp stuff that you're burning, it causes a bunch of smoke. And so it got very smoky. We managed to, and then the wind started going that way. So we ended up getting a bunch of buckets to try and put it out. But at this point, it was very hot. And if you put water over a bonfire, you're going to get more smoke. So I went and apologized to next door because obviously we didn't mean for a bunch of smoke to go into their garden. Also, silly me, because I was the one that started it. I didn't check over their fence to see if they had anything in their garden. They had washing out.
Oh no! So now they gotta wash it all again.
Because I could, but while we were doing the buckets and stuff, I could hear the neighbor like doing stuff to his car. So I just like went to the other side of the fence and just was like, "Hey, neighbor, I am ever sorry about the smoke. Like, we didn't realize the wind was going to change going that way. It seemed really still. There wasn't any smoke, and there was something damp, and it caused a bunch of smoke. We're putting it out now." And he was like, "Yeah, if next time, can you just like look over the fence because we had washing out?" And I was mortified. And it's a common thing here in the UK to say things like, "Oh yeah, I'm good," like kind of taking it, we're starting to take it a little personally, or something like, "Oh, we're going to take it personal," or something like that. And usually when you say, "Oh, I'm starting to take things a bit personal," it's usually meant as like a joke banter. However, I felt so bad that I have no idea whether he is taking it personally that we did a bonfire and the smoke went there because it was an accident and I said it was an accident. But I felt awful afterwards. I was just like sat in the living room, just like, I never want to do a bonfire again. I went to Rolfie, I was like, just pay a man with a big van with a proper license to come and pick up all the green stuff and take it away. I was like, let's not do that again. I don't care how still the wind is. I don't care if it's blowing the complete opposite direction of the neighbors. There's no way we're doing this again. I'm not doing it again. I felt so bad. It was my daughter's birthday the other day. We have some cake, so I was like, maybe we should take some cake round. But then I don't know. Yeah, I felt real bad.
You messed up.
I did mess up. I was like, we're gonna have to be like the most perfect neighbors ever. The kids are not allowed to talk. They can only play at a whisper. We're gonna be lovely. It's like, whatever trees they want us to take down, we'll take them down. We'll be the best neighbors.
All right. Well, it is getting close to 3 hours now, and I gotta go feed my family. So I don't think we're gonna finish this on stream. I know I said we are gonna do the animation, but the patterning took a little bit. Yeah, we got pretty close.
Yeah.
So we're gonna finish off the top of this hat, and we'll call it an end of the stream. But I should be sending these out tomorrow. So I'm gonna finish it up after the stream here. So what we're gonna do for the animation is the ears are gonna do a little wiggle wiggle, and this egg is gonna do a little wiggle wiggle, and then crack open, and the bird's gonna jump out, flap its little wings, and then it's gonna go back.
Like cheep cheep cheep
And
cheep.
I'll figure out the name for it in the meantime too. So let's finish off
I
the
like
coloring
this.
here.
It's so nice. I like the colors.
How are you feeling? I'm
Like
still not
the
sold on that green though. I think I kind of want it to go back to pink, which was the color
mm,
that it had from Matchmaker's hat. I kind of feel like the green is like too much.
I like the green. Maybe less green of a green, or a little bit more of the like you've got the darker bits for the ribbon. Maybe a little bit of that on the end. Not on the end, like around the band. But maybe
Mm-hmm.
see what it's gonna have to be like a real pastel-y pink if it's gonna be pink.
Oops.
Oh,
Yeah.
not the dark one, the middle one.
So it was originally these colors on the other hat.
No, I don't like that.
No.
No.
Not
But
even
that's
with
just
it.
me.
I do feel it's too salmon, too saturated.
Yeah, it would have to be like a pastel pink. No, you're still in the red. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say you're in the red zone. You want to be in the pink zone. So, what does chat think? Does chat like green or do they like pink?
Okay, so we could do it as a rabbit face. Actually, I'm kind of thinking of getting rid of the ribbon entirely, especially if it's going to be a rabbit face.
Hmm.
Because we do have the other orange hat. Um,
Oh, the one that's like a face. That's got a face. It's not like a face. It's got a face. The evil face. Yeah, I like that. That's a good hat. It's a very nice hat. I like the eyebrows.
um,
Oh, he's angry now. Oh, I've never watched the animation all the way through. He's
just
like
like a,
super chill, and then he's like, ang, 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 ang.
I consider it laughing.
Ah,
Because look at his smile.
yes, yes, his very, very lovely smile. Um, oh, so we've got somebody who's just hopped in because they've missed the stream, asking about the Go Go Game Jam. So unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we have had to postpone the Go Go Game Jam results. They will be on next week's stream, 100%. We are very sorry about the delay and the postponement and having to redo it for next weekend, but
Mm-hmm.
it will be next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I missed any questions from Twitter. I keep just switching back to just the Twitch view.
I just use Restream, so it shows me both.
Yeah, no, I've got Restream up, but I always just go back to Twitch. I think it's just because it doesn't even look better to my eyes because the Restream chat is larger. I'm so old. Where's my reading glasses?
Okay. I think I might make this kind of a bunny face in the front. The thing is, like, if it's a bunny face, I kind of want it to be fuzzy, like the ears.
I think it needs to be a bunny face. It it looked nice how you had it.
It's just supposed to be zigzags. What do you mean
Yeah.
it looked nice how I had it?
Like with the zigzags, not adding the bunny face in the yellow bit.
In the yellow bit.
Well, you had the little yellow nose on there a second ago, but then you deleted it. Or am I really far behind? Restream is so far behind. That's why.
I never added a nose.
No, the first time I said it looked like a rabbit face, there was a yellow little dot on it, and that's what I
Oh,
just saw on
that
Restream.
was like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's how far Restream is of what that I'm seeing right now. That's why I was like, oh, like you've added that again. No, I'm so silly.
Because I was gonna. So sometimes with Easter eggs, there'll be like a zigzag, and there'll be dots inside the triangles of the zigzag. That's what I was thinking of doing, but there's kind of not enough resolution to do that. So, and have it still look good.
Do you think that the curly tip of the hat needs to be the light blue as well?
Yeah, I'm not done. Like there should be more concentric circle patterns going up it. But I think we're gonna call it here because it's been 3 hours and my kids are about ready to eat their legs off. So thank you everybody for hanging out today and for just a chill, modeling stream. I don't do those very often anymore for me. But
Nice.
I do have fun with it sometimes, and I'll probably be able to figure this out faster while I'm not busy talking. We are gonna go see if there's somebody that we can raid. Let's see who's
good
on.
idea.
Who's playing the sandbox right now? Nobody.
Silly people. Oh, wait. Oh, the entanglement always shows up on the other one, but apparently they're not. They're on the other. It's weird.
It is weird, and I don't know. I've tried to get it fixed, but the system is kind of automated and not really super helpful.
As there's no one to go raid, let's just do a shout out to Sparky, Snickle.
Okie doke.
I hope
Sparky?
No, I've done it wrong. How
you spelled it wrong?
I spelled Sparky Snickle wrong. I'm now gonna have to quickly look it up. Oh, that's what I did. There we go. Shout out to Sparky Snickle, who does VoxEdit streams on Tuesdays at a time that is the 3 p.m. my time, I think. So just find out where I live, and yeah. But also Sparky.
And look in our windows.
Yeah. Look in the windows and everything, but don't.
But don't. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Happy holiday if you're celebrating. And we'll see you on Wednesday. I may have something different planned for Wednesday as well. I've got ideas, and if I can, yeah, you may want to check that out if you're interested in building multiplayer games. If I can get it to work, we'll see. So stream Wednesday, building in the Game Maker Wednesday. Either way, either I'm finishing that Papa Smurf berry quest, or we're doing something different to mix it up. But see you Wednesday.
Very interesting.
Game Jam Award show next Saturday for sure. Yeah, VoxEdit stream Monday, probably?
Yes.
That's Panda's.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Panda. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good one.